Blockchain in gaming is shaping up to be a massive part of the crypto industry since crypto assets are perfectly suited for in-game items and other things, and gamers tend to be tech savvy enough to be able to easily use in-game cryptocurrencies effectively. And many players are entering the space right now, but no one quite as big as Cocos. Now, before I break down what Cocos is and how they are looking to disrupt gaming and why this is a company which should be on your radar, just a reminder, of course, to always do your own research for investing any of your own money into any cryptocurrency. And a big thank you to the team at Cocos for supporting the channel by sponsoring today's video. So, Cocos BCX, or fully named Cocos Blockchain Expedition, is aiming to create an integrated multi-platform runtime environment for games while at the same time providing developers with a convenient and complete game development experience. And at the same time, they're looking to bring users a whole new level of gaming experience with all the assets obtained in the game being fully owned by the users. As we move into the 5G era of internet, we are going to see a big leap in the digital content industry. We're going to see cloud-based games, we're going to see AI coming in, yes, of course, blockchain. The cloud streaming of games is a new focus of the Cocos team, which will put them at the forefront of this new gaming world. They are even working closely with China Telecom on this and with Huawei, which is insane. These are both multi-billion-dollar telecom companies and are absolute titans of industry. And they are teaming up with Cocos. Why are they teaming up with Cocos? Because Cocos is already big. They have 20% of the global top 1,000 earning mobile games which have been developed using Cocos. They have 1.3 million developers which use the Cocos engine. And in total, 1.1 billion people play or have played games built using the Cocos engine. So they're kind of a big deal. They're not just some random startup company. And Cocos is going big time in the blockchain because this is where gaming is heading. And at the core of all this is the Cocos engine. Now, the Cocos engine will allow developers to create, build, and test blockchain games across multiple blockchain platforms. And Cocos BCX creates a complete development environment for blockchain games, which is visual, it's script-based, and it is data-oriented. The engine is compatible with Android, iOS, PC web, mobile, H5, and other systems. This, combined with Cocos Creator, essentially simplifies the connection between game programs and the blockchain, thus making interactions transparent to developers, while at the same time allowing traditional game developers to develop or to easily migrate their games to become blockchain games. The test net for Cocos is already live. The consensus layer of Cocos BCX test net is using delegated proof of stake consensus. Stakers elect witnesses with a minimum of 11 witnesses being needed for the chain to run properly and a maximum of 101 active witnesses possible. Cocos SDKs support multiple programming languages, thus allowing for a wider range of developers to easily come and build on Cocos. Cocos is assetizing the content of the digital world by building a consistent value system between the producers and the consumers of those assets. Now, this is achieved via having a game-centric data structure with multi-chain interoperability, asset contract compartmentalization, and light nodes, as well as an exchange gateway which will support cross-chain transactions for assets, as well as cross-world asset transfers whereby assets can be migrated and circulated in different games under the same worldview simply by paying a migration fee. And they have the Smithy system whereby players can convert in-game coins and materials into props or purchase items directly with all transaction information between the player and the Smithy being recorded on chain. The Cocos wallet supports all the standard features which you want to, private key management and signature transfer and account management and all that fun stuff, but will also support the new NHAS 1808 digital asset standard created by Cocos that facilitates the transaction of unique game items. Under NHS 1808, the ownership and the rights of use of an asset are separated, by which developers can plot complex economic activities such as borrowing or pledging tokens that can thus significantly enhance the gaming experience for users, as well as simply providing more uses and a unique data structure that will enable the creation, exchange, and modification of tokens with richer properties across different applications and chain domains. This token standard will be an important part of the game economy infrastructure for things like non-fungible tokens and the exchange mechanisms which support them. This will also enable inter-chain and inter-domain asset exchange by providing multi-chain compatible asset standards and cross-chain domain gateways. This architecture means that developers will have the flexibility to deploy games on blockchains which best facilitate their in-game economy and make their assets universally transferable. And of course, users can also benefit from the freedom of moving assets across different blockchains that best serve their purposes, such as trading and storage. There are already a handful of games which have been developed and are running on the testnet using both fungible and non-fungible tokens. The Cocos NHAS 1808 standard unique technical features have been made specifically for building industry-level games. And the token standard has already been integrated with Ethereum, EOS, Tron, Ontology, and several other major blockchains, which is nuts. They are still on the testnet, but they have integrated across so many chains already. It's very impressive. The Cocos token itself will be the payment for gas fees on the network. It, of course, will also be used to stake for participating in the delegated proof of stake consensus, and of course to stake for blockchain governance. And Cocos has been getting a lot of attention, with some very big names putting their weight behind Cocos. We have the likes of Neo Global Capital and OKX and Ontology. And some of the partnerships that Cocos already has, they're really focused on juicing the growth of their gaming ecosystem. For example, Chain IDE. This is the world's first cloud-based IDE to access the Cocos BCX test network, which will essentially help developers to design, compile, deploy, debug, etc. games, thus greatly reducing the cost of the setup of these games. And they're also working with SDK Box, which is the interface for easy SDK integration for game developers. They're working with Tron and with Neo and with Ontology, all working with Cocos to promote the token standard on their chains, as well as to promote blockchain and gaming in a more general sense. Then there is 5173, which is an in-game virtual item exchange platform in China. Cocos BCX has been collaborating with 5173 in discovering the possibility of integrating blockchain technology onto 5173's platform. And there are many more partners besides that. Those are just a few of the top ones. But remember, we're also working with China Telecom and Huawei, which is absolutely huge. And Cocos just listed on Binance, which is also massive. Binance Labs was actually an early investor into Cocos. Very cool to see Cocos going straight to the top exchange. So you can pick up some tokens today if you want to get some Cocos. And overall, Cocos is a super interesting cryptocurrency. They have the experience and they have the connections to really shake up the gaming industry. And their new token standard, along with widespread interoperability, really shows that Cocos is well positioned to be one of the big players in the crypto gaming space. Anyway, there's a link down below where you can find out some more information about what Cocos is doing and who they're working with, and get engaged with the community and ask any questions you want. But I want to know from you guys, what do you think of Cocos? Do you think the blockchain and gaming are a great fit? Let me know about it down below in the comment section. Thank you so much, as always, for watching today's video. You guys are totally awesome. If you did enjoy today's video, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.